Sam Allen here with PGC Coaching, and we're going to watch Utah. There's a reason they went 27-5 and made it to the Sweet 16, losing to LSU, eventual national champion, by only 3 in that Sweet 16 round. So we're going to dive into some of their half-court execution and see what makes them so good. Here we are in the NCAA tournament, first round against Gardner-Webb, and this is an ATO after timeout. Little set they run here. Just want you to notice the ball moves side to side. They're looking to get a piece of the paint. They've got a couple backdoor cuts going on. This is something you do not see as much in today's game. I think more teams could utilize, and that's the Duckin Seal. Looking to seal in there, duck in, utilize big bodies when you have them. Again, they have a lot of dribble handoff and ball screen action. They roll into the post. Watch this. Right here as that handoff happens, this little duck in here. And really good job of sealing out and getting an easy layup just by doing that early work in the post. Again, another half-court set here coming out of a timeout, side out of bounds. And just some simple DHO action into an elevator screen. Really well executed. Teams that execute well are coached well. And it's no surprise, again, that Utah's, been a program that's been tough to beat. 27 wins. We interviewed Bob Starkey, associate head coach at LSU, on our Hardwood Hustle podcast, and he said as much as, Utah may have been the best team they faced their entire NCAA run, and they played them as close as anybody, losing by 3 in that Sweet 16 game. And here's one reason why. You see a little DHO action, and then coming off this elevator screen, really well executed, great look, wide open, knocks it down. Again, this is against a perennial power, Stanford. Last 2 clips, the previous one and this one. Some ball screen action, into dribble handoff, kickback. They're looking to seal in there. Then they get into some high-low action. This is simple basketball, but there's something to be said for simple. Simple doesn't mean easy. It just means simple. Very few do the fundamentals really well. So right here, great ball screen. Then when they throw back, she does a great job of sealing up the lane, looking to probably could have dribbled down and given a little bounce pass. They're going to clear out the backside by raising up into that high post area. She doesn't hold the seal, but the defender works around her there in the low post. And because she's not out here playing, doesn't honor her, she's going to take that little 15-footer. Easy money. Really love this action. I think more teams could utilize that. And let's run it back again. Again, we're coming to set a ball screen. The on-ball defender ices it or downs it. So she chooses not to use the ball screen, so they just throw a little bounce pass, go back door, then come off on the handoff. Don't have it. And when teams really bust up this handoff, a great counter to that is exactly what they do here, which is just keep your action, run it, keep it running. They're trailing you and turn it into a curl or a backdoor cut. And again, easy layup. Okay, a little ball screen slip and the dribble handoff. They're trying to they're looking inside the post up. And this is just some simple Miami action. We're going to go down screen into a dribble handoff. Tough to guard. You got to fight through the down screen, then you got to fight through a second screen on the dribble handoff. And in this case, she gets nailed on it and gets a really good look from 3. Again, same game here. Utah's playing Washington State. And when you have to guard a lot of off-ball action like this, so we've got a little double staggered away. We're running through. Let's run it back just a tad. So right here, we're going to get a back screen for the inbounder. So there's your first screen. You get a back screen from the inbounder. We're cutting really hard. Then we're going to come off a double staggered, but she flips it. And then they set a double stagger for the original first screen. They do a good job of taking that away. We've got switches. Now we've got hard closeouts. We've got people moving. You got people occupied. And that's when driving lanes open up. Again, to the naked eye, it looks like, oh yeah, that's just good act. No, all the action leading up to that catch and that drive on the closeout is what led to the easy layup. Here's Utah on defense. They're going to push in transition, then gear it down. Again, when you have to guard these handoffs and these reversals, depending on your defensive system, right here, Gardner-Webb gets caught denying. They're trying to blow up that reversal. And then it's just playing basketball at that point and reading the D and being a playmaker. And so great job of reading that and cutting backdoor. When the ball, the other thing I'd point out, when the ball is more in this middle third area, so right here it's still in that middle third lane line extended, the help side is a little bit unsure. You've got over here this girl still hugging on the weak side. Ball's in the middle third. And she's just late. Number 2 here for Gardner-Webb is just going to be late. You know, traditionally, when she catches here, she should have been in the lane line, sprinting to her help, and then the ball, she would be reading that. But there's always game slippage, and that's where you get that because you don't have the weak side defense. Utah, one of the best in the country at executing half-court sets. That's a sign of coaching. That's a sign of practice development and execution. And when you have that, there's no surprise. You combine that with good players, and you can go on deep runs in the postseason.